Hola, Internet amigos. This is just a quick introduction to this video. I need to explain a few things. I'm very harsh on Donald Trump in this video for good reason. There is nowhere else to go. There is only Donald Trump. I told you everything is booming. Everything is booming. It's going to boom. The whole economy is going to boom. It's a complete takeover by US elites. However, there's a problem. Chabad Lubavitch are still front and center. I naturally presumed they would fade away into the background and get ready to be deported to Ukraine. They're not. They're still front and center, and for some reason Donald Trump believes he must be around. Last week he was hanging with Chabad. They had a Chabad rabbi give this spiel, not an ordinary Orthodox rabbi, a Chabad rabbi. They're front and center. You got to understand the political signaling. Chabad and Rothschild, the House of Rothschild, are one. I repeat, Chabad and the House of Rothschild are one. Hence why in 2017 Donald Trump's hanging around with Heinz Kissinger. And so were you, Steve fucking Bannon. We have memories hanging with Alexander Dugin. People can change. Bannon's been on fire. I mean, he's been on fire. Like, wow. It's not just rhetoric. This is firebrand plutonium rhetoric. However, there's obviously a problem. Many of you go, well, we always knew. No, you didn't always know, because none of you would explain to me the things that Trump was doing, or the people handling Trump, which were correcting many, many bad things. And you never got back to me, did you? And then you'll pop up again and say, we told you. You know nothing. You are reactionaries. All you do, you have a pre-plan. Trump's a fraud, Trump's a fraud, Trump's a fraud. And you just keep finding things which tell you that Trump's a fraud. You have no political skills. You have no political knowledge. You are just sitting there online trying to get money off the white nationalist movement because you're whores. I know you are. But we have to look now and admit, as long as Chabad Lubavitch continued to be front and center, he could have got any mainstream Orthodox rabbi, but he got Chabad. That says Lord Jacob Rothschild is still in control. I don't even believe he's dead. I don't even believe Kissinger's dead. I don't care how old they are. They're getting stem cells. They're getting baby's blood. Literally, they literally put baby's blood. And you'll hear Kevin O'Leary recently, I just watched him 10 minutes ago, saying, yeah, I go to Saudi and I get all my special blood stuff done. Fill $1 million. Yeah, I bet you do.
Most of it's AI. This trip is about two things, China and AI. What people don't realize, that region is one of the fastest growing on earth. I'm talking about the circle of friendship here, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates. Who's number 3 in AI development right now? US, China's number 2, number 3, UAE. So that's why all those AI guys are there. They are so advanced. I just got back there 2 days ago from there, from Abu Dhabi and Dubai. I saw for the first time ever a real estate development completely AI driven. We have nothing like it here. You talk about a smart home, they're way past that. The medical AI technology they have over there, I got a procedure there we don't offer here, FDA doesn't allow it, called EBU, where my blood was filtered and then oxygenated, then ozonated, and then injected with 50 billion exosomes. I walked out of there like a teenager. I feel like $1 million right now. I said, can I do this again next week? They said, no, you got to wait 4 more months. They are so advanced. By getting this whole thing worked out with these countries, we need to align with them because they want to be in the circle of friendship on all of these metrics.
The House of Rothschild is still not in charge. It's 50-50 now. It's a deal. Are you happy about that? Are you happy that racist, homicidal lunatics who want to kill the Goy literally every day say, we must slaughter the Goy to usher in the Messiah? I'm sorry, that is a deal breaker. The deal is off. I don't care how fucking good the economy is. You're doing deals with the devil. At what point do you go, enough? No, you can't have it. You know what ended it for me with Trump? You know the really good video I did where I had Trump as a genius? On that video, 6,500 views, probably at 650,000 views, but you'll never know that, neither will I. Where I go into Ari and EMANUEL. You cannot just make excuses until you explain Ari and EMANUEL. And they're handling them all. They're handling Alex Jones, they're handling Tim Pool, they're handling Joe Rogan, they're handling Dana White, they handle the UFC, they handle the World Wrestling Federation, and he's a Hollywood super agent, 20 years, and he's also backing Kamala. And there's silence, total silence online. Just shut up, Brendan, trust the plan, here we go again. At some stage, you have to call the bluff. At some stage, MAGA impresses me from time to time where they do not tolerate bullshit anymore. I hope MAGA somehow it will leak through that they need to address the Ari and EMANUEL elephant in the living room and the Chabad in the living room. Marjorie Taylor Greene hates them, I know for a fact. Lauren Boebert hates their fucking guts for a fact. Despises them with a passion. She knows what they are. There was a bunch of Orthodox rabbis getting a tour of Washington. She said, oh, you're doing reconnaissance? But unfortunately, it's not enough. These people must be got rid of. There's plenty of ordinary, sane Jews, even the Orthodox, and I have problems with Orthodoxy in the Talmud. So let me tell you the story I've told you before. We were going to build a mosque, Christian or Orthodox traditional Catholic church, and a synagogue. This was the big plan, fantasy, at Israelite Bay on the south coast of Western Australia. We were talking to people, and I said to one guy, look, dude, he's Orthodox, he's from Lithuania, originally his family. And I said, I can't handle the Talmud, dude, I'm sorry. He said, look, Brendan, look. The Talmud and associated writings, Mishnah, Gemara, Shulchan Aruch, these were reactionary diary entries of a 13-year-old schoolgirl having a bad day. That diary entries, Brendan, from days of great persecution. I promise you, in the Orthodox tradition, you're not trying to kill me, and I am not trying to kill you. All we have to do is survive. Because, again, the Israelites are being gathered up. They consider me an Israelite. I just don't know it. They respect it. They don't respect fucking slaves. They just don't. That's why I'm starting to seriously think again, Israel. I have to go to Israel. I can't do it anymore. I just fucking can't. I can't sit here and praise Trump anymore. I just can't fucking do it. I can't do it. So Trump could have got just an ordinary Orthodox rabbi. Or the best would have been a Karaite, which is, it is the religious duty of every Jew to interpret that Tanakh, not Torah, Tanakh, because the Torah is all the writings, Tanakh or Old Testament, which is in the half of the Christian Bible, and is respected by the Muslims as well as the word of the prophets, all right, to interpret according to conscience. That's the ultimate to me. Mosaic law. We are not Judeo-Christians, we are Mosaic Christians. In the 5 books of Septuagint, the word of the prophets, all right? But anyway, I'll tolerate an Orthodox rabbi. But he didn't get an Orthodox rabbi. He put a Chabad Lubavitch rabbi, which is nothing more than an organized crime gang, satanic cult posing as a religious order. Medieval religious lunatics, as Haaretz has written. And they're gonna get ejected eventually. They're getting all set up for Ukraine. They're killing off the Slavs. They're loving it every day. Hope you're happy, America. You cannot excuse that. If you have a Chabad hanging around, Trump may as well be visiting the family home of the Rothschilds. There's no difference between having Chabad front and center and going to their tombs and wearing your little kippah and being a fucking pathetic, dirty old man, which you are, Trump. I'm sorry. It's going to be nasty, this video. I'd still vote for Trump because there's no option. There is only one option, Trump. It's been designed that way by Ari EMANUEL, high-level Israeli intelligence assets from the House of Rothschild, who sit at the University of Chicago and tell you what to do and run both sides. Until you address that, there's no peace, there's no justice, there's no peace. No 9/11 justice, no peace. Anyway, this is just the intro I wanted to do. You're still going to vote for Trump because there's no option. The economy is going to boom. What did I tell you for years? The only other commentator ever online who does finance that I've ever seen even come remotely to the same conclusions as me is Tom Luongo. Tom Luongo is the only one. I've never seen another person, and he's mocked just as bad as me. I know he knows who I am. He's mocked the living shit out of him. I go, yes, that's the only joy I get is watching Tom Luongo. America's doomed. There's no gold in Fort Knox. Oh, stop it. Stop it. You're now watching the US economy boom, all you BRICS fans, all you Peter Schiffs. It's doomed. It's going to crash. Look, that's still US dollar to crash. A reserve currency being sold off real day. And just watch this just boom. The whole US economy is going to boom. And there are going to be a lot more booms as well, the other ones. They've been harassing the shit out of me. I've got 50 different videos I start and I never seem to finish because it starts. And the big trigger, mention 9/11 and they go off on me. They have done it's the worst I've had in a long time. But we're going to get there. I certainly can't link to a US server on Proton VPN. I can't link to a US server. I link to a US server, I'm done. Remote shutter, bomb, my laptop's down. Anyway, let's get back to the main video. A lot of you may not like it, but I'm asking you the old Bill Cooper fans, when the internet was real, you remember when the internet was real? We knew what to talk about. For many of you, I've told you, I get what Trump is. I get who is backing him, but there are too many good things that have been done which will build America, and that's the start. The foundation of a strong America must be made because they were going to destroy it and then rebuild it again in their own image. That has been stopped. That is good, but there are major problems. Number one, Chabad Lubavitch, front and center. They must be denounced and denounced and denounced. And if you can tell me where the left are, the Ari EMANUEL run left, where are they? If you wanted to destroy Trump, it'll take you 5 minutes. If you wanted to destroy Elon Musk and Doge take you 5 minutes. He's just a rampant fraud. He's just on drugs all the time, and he's a complete fucking ninny, and everyone hates his guts. As Bannon said, where's the money, dude? First it was 2 trillion, then it's 1 trillion, then it's 600 billion, now we're down to 160 billion. Where's the money? And you're too scared to even go to the Pentagon. That's Bannon. Where's the money? Why isn't it in escrow? You're full of shit. And he said, MAGA's going to revolt if you don't show us the money. Anyway, let's get back to the main video. There will be some swearing. It's me. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, today's date is the 12th of May, 2025. It's 3:51 p.m. It's Brendan O'Connell from Mexico, soon to leave. I need to talk to you and tell you very honestly what I think of Trump and what is going on. The United States is in deep trouble, no matter how good this news, all this wonderful talk about the tariffs and the economy's booming. This was all arranged. This is complete theatre. I've always known this was complete theatre. I played a game because I saw the big picture, but I've been lying to you. All right, Donald Trump is surrounded by the mass murderers who did 9/11. Totally surrounded.
Megan drinking apple juice.
And vodka.
Mine's just juice, Mom. Screwdriver.
Yeah, Mom, this is totally apple juice. Way to go, way to start.
Oh!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nobody close to him, from the freaking Lutniks and the Millers and the rest of them, are hardcore Zionist intelligence assets, okay, intimately involved in 9/11. The Deezers, you name it. Adelson, all involved in 9/11. None of them were not involved in 9/11, and apparently they're going to rescue America. And if I hear the word 19 Arab hijackers one more time, I'll scream. Here is the bar. You tend to set the bar below your dick and your fanny, all right? Below your sexual organs. I tend to set the bar above my head. It may fall lower, but it'll be up. You need to set the bar higher. No 9/11 justice, no peace. America, this year you're getting it. You're going to get it in the neck this year, I promise you, America. If you do not expose 9/11 and do not immediately remove Donald Trump and all those vile rat filth around him and deport them all to Ukraine. Get them out of, put the base in Israel, in the Gaza Strip, and start deporting them all out of the country. You've got their data analytics, you've analyzed their 40,000 data points, you know what's in their hearts before they know. You know who they are, dump them in Ukraine, let some tough Slav lads have words with them. Get them out. Millions are dead. No justice for the 3,000 dead on 9/11. No justice for the 10,000 who died later from all the complications of the air that was breathed. No justice for the millions of dead Arabs. No justice for the 400,000 dead Afghanis over 20 years. I knew a sergeant in the Australian ADF, Australian Defence Force. 11 years in, he got out and discussed. He said, Brendan, we were killing farmers in fields. That's all it was, Brendan. We killed farmers in fields. That's it, Brendan. Don't see anything noble about it. We killed farmers in fields. That's all we did all day. IED go off, we'd start blasting, some poor sap plowing a field, didn't even have a phone, and we shot the fucker dead. We killed farmers in fields. No 9/11 justice, no Afghani justice, no Korean justice for the Korean War in the 50s. Millions of the Koreans were killed, civilians. No Vietnamese justice, no Cambodian justice for the millions killed. Southeast Asia. No justice for Mao, who was totally funded by the US, coddled by the US, and Harry Dexter White and the IMF. Mao. British intelligence. No peace, no justice. No justice for the multi-millions of Arabs killed. Iran's doing very well. Iran hasn't been touched. But our Arabs are dead by the millions. Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Iraq, Libya, on and on and on. And we just sit here and we try to ignore it all. No. No 9/11 justice, no peace. He is an actor for the Ari EMANUEL productions. Let's go over that right now. We can't ignore this. You cannot ignore Ari and Ram Emanuel. I put it in that great video I'm very proud of. You know that video. Let me get it up. Let me get up that video. We're going to talk the limited hangout. We're going to talk about it all. They blocked it so you can't find it. You have to go back to the start. The average person is going to miss it. I just put up Bolin stuff with Whitney Webb exposes 9/11 with Chris Bolin. Of course, Whitney Webb's not on there. She will never say his name. James Corbett will never say his name. It's staring you in the face, but you will not admit it. You will not admit it. They're all frauds. They're all students of Ari EMANUEL. You must watch the Trump election conspiracy. It's linked below. You must. watch that video. That video, I explain it all in there. It's got the most views, 6,500. Should have 650,000.
Obama and Musk were inseparable. And Obama personally handed over NASA to Musk and gave him gigantic taxpayer handouts and subsidies. Will Musk and Big Viv Ramaswamy be cutting this government waste out? Cutting government waste equals firing people. Who or what will they be replaced with? Or how about AI and machine learning, courtesy of Musk and his friends in Israel? Have you thought about that one? They are all tied into the 3 Israeli City of London intelligence assets and long-term sleeper cells, the Emanuels brothers Ari, Ram, and Ezekiel, also known as illegals.
In the 1950s, an obscure, unassuming photographer lived alone in Brooklyn, operating his business from a storefront. Rudolf Abel attracted little attention until it was revealed he headed a Soviet spy ring operating in America. In the world of espionage, Abel was known as an illegal, a spy who lives under an assumed name and is controlled by Department S of the KGB. It is Department S that selects the agents who quietly blend into the societies of other nations and lead seemingly normal lives, while secretly carrying out orders passed to them from Moscow.
All of these people we have just discussed can be linked together. Musk, Barack Obama, Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, Dana White of the UFC and World Wrestling Federation circus show, Trump, all related to a super agent whose parents are the hardest of hardcore super Zionists and Israeli intelligence assets, who is also super close to the Obama administration, and his brother is Obama's, Barack Obama's former chief of staff and handler, Rahm Emanuel. I mean, hello, left. I thought you were out to get, they're out to get Trump. How are they out to get Trump? They never touch this stuff. It's bollocks. They're all working together. This is why Musk was so close to Obama, and Obama handed him NASA, for crying out loud. Literally. And that's all going to the Israeli Space Agency, and that'll all head off into Russia as well. Ari EMANUEL bet big on Trump while praising and pushing Kamala. I guess this can lead to a lot of speculation about where the Trump administration is going.
The genius of Trump, I just put that, I cannot stand the sight of him. He is a foul, disgusting piece of garbage. All right? Donald Trump, which one is it? F1. Donald Trump is a vile failure at every level. He's never been a successful real estate developer in his life. He's fucked everything. He's been bankrupt that many times. He's coked off his head. You just don't get it. You think, oh, he doesn't drink. When he was in his youth, he was coked off his head full fucking time at the Club 51 or whatever it's called. So why don't you just stop it? Hanging with Jeffrey Epstein for 40 fucking years. Because both of them were FBI informants. Both of them. And you know what? Alex Jones said, well, Trump's a good guy. He's been helping out the FBI for 40 years. Oh, you mean he's been a criminal informant and an asset just like Roger Stone was? Hanging out with General Jim Jones, Denology, and the Shadowgate expose. And we're still sitting here talking bullshit. Trump is a piece of shit. Forget about Biden. Biden is pus and just an embarrassment along with his son. Totally corrupt to the hilt. Totally. I know people that work for Dianne Feinstein for 20 years. Her personal lawyer. University of Chicago, Native American, total communist, totally grown up a communist. She was so disgusted with what she saw in the Democrats, she literally voted for Trump. She said they're so fucking corrupt, Brendan, the Democrats. So we know that. Let's forget about the left because they're run by Ari and Rahm Emanuel too. Once you understand that. They're all run out of Israel and the City of London. All these whores, and that includes fucking Trump. And no matter how many dragons he slays with his friend Scott Bessent, the Soros fund manager who's here to save you, save the working man. And they are, that's true, they are. So you keep voting for them. And you forget about 9/11. And you will face the wrath of God. I promise you, you're going to face the wrath of God. Because the Spirit will not live in a country that invokes the name of Jesus and invokes the Christian, Judeo-Christian. We're not Judeo-Christians, we are Mosaic Christians. Law of Moses, the Tanakh. We're not Rabbinic Pharisaic Judaism, the children of hell, sons of their father, the devil. Jesus told us himself,
those who cannot see to take away sight from those who can.
What do you mean by that? That we who are righteous are blind?
If you were blind, you would be without sin. But since you say we see, your sin remains.
That's true. This man wants through the devil! No! He's a cheat! A fanatic!
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees! Hypocrites all! For you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men! You do not go in yourselves, nor do you let others enter! Blind guides! You strain at a gnat and swallow a camel! You bow before the letter of the law and violate the heart of the law! Justice, mercy, good faith! You are like whited sepulchres, all clean and fair without, but within, full of dead men's bones and all corruption. You see these stones, do you not? I tell you, there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down. Yours is a house of desolation, the home of the lizard and the spider. Serpents, brood of vipers, how can any of you escape damnation? You shall not see me here again, not until you learn to cry, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, for I and my Father are one and the same."
And you've got Chabad Lubavitch front and center with Trump. He didn't even just get an ordinary mentally ill Orthodox rabbi. Now we got the ultra mentally ill rabbis. Does it not tell you something? That you're willing to accept some raving medieval fucking lunatic who wants to kill all the goy, even the best of the Gentiles must be killed. And you're going to sit there and tell me that this is okay. This is fine. Go along. They're fixing the economy. So first they destroy it. Then they put up their prop, their fake prop. And then they say, look, we're fixing the country. Better vote for Trump. Fixing the country. Better vote for Trump. I prefer a third option than Scott Bessenet's 333 action plan, which is the ultimate Masonic cry for help. 333. Secret fucking societies. Fuck you all. No more secret societies. No more secret handshakes. No more secret deals. You invoke Christ's name, you motherfuckers, you dogs, you demons. You're all finding Jesus. Look at them all. And the sincerity just oozes. Well, I've found Jesus. Like Sean Ryan, who's a self-admitted drug dealer in Colombia. Were you hanging out with your Israeli friends at ICTS over there in Bogota, Colombia? Or the Israeli aircraft fixing place over there that runs all the drugs out of Colombia? Have you not noticed all these patriots with their tattoos and their hormone replacement therapy and their bushy beards and they're all special forces badasses and they still keep telling us that 19 Arab hijackers did 9/11 and you are happy with that? Are you happy with all the guns bullshit? And the Brandon Herreras and their bullshit and the Demolition Ranch bullshit and the Kentucky Ballistics bullshit and the administrative results bullshit and the donut operator bullshit? And the Grand Thumb bullshit, all these patriot tough guy Americans, they're covered in tats and they're tough and they're on hormone replacement therapy and they got bushy fucking beards and they're fucking useless cunt fucking cowards are sitting there telling you 19 Arab hijackers did 9/11.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I want to know when you've had enough of the fake Ari EMANUEL roadshow pushing Donald fucking Trump. Are you surprised I'm like this? I can't do it anymore. I'm starting to get depressed again. I can't do it. I want all these fucking rat Zionist mass murdering fucks removed immediately. And that includes Ari and Rahm Emanuel. And if the word Ari and Rahm Emanuel, they run them all. They run Alex Jones, they run Joe Rogan, they run the UFC, they run the World Wrestling Federation, they run Dana White. They've got all their shit for brains. Dr. Oz, Ari EMANUEL, RFK, Ari EMANUEL, all of them. All these special forces, retired fucking doll bludgers with their beards and their tattoos, bullshit saying how tough they are with their hats on in reverse, telling you, God bless Donald Trump. 19 Arab hijackers. Israel did 9/11 with the City of London and their vast networks, including Germany and France, I might add. I'm sorry? Must this facade go on another day fucking longer? The word Chris Boleyn will not come out of any of their fucking mouths, and don't you tell me for a single fucking second that they don't know the fucking truth. They fucking do. All of them are whores. All of them are worthy of execution. And you keep supporting them, and you keep telling me, well, Brandon, you know, there's no need to go so hard and call for the execution of Candace Owens just because her fucking husband is a Jewish board of deputies, asset of the Rothschild British intelligence outlet. And you're fucking sitting there going to tell me, yeah, right. She's exposing the liberty. Expose the liberty. Let me tell you, you know what the liberty's about? You know what 9/11's about. Rome wasn't built in a day, Brandon. We just have to be paid. Oh, for fuck's sake. They want you to forget because all of them are neck fucking deep. They have been sitting for 5 generations. 5 generations. Sitting there, killing you with drugs, killing you with fentanyl. The victims are in the millions just in the United States alone. The wars, the disasters, the corrupt selling out. All the generals totally corrupt. Westmoreland was totally corrupt, totally incompetent. They just kept him there. As Bill Binney told us, we could have won Vietnam easily. We knew exactly what was going on. And we told them and we did our job and they just ignored us. Just like 9/11. All these FBI, good FBI field agents, the grassroots were saying, hey, there's 19 Arab hijackers running around and they're all going to Allah Akbar and blow up a building. They were ignored. Dave Frasca, one guy stopped the investigations. 5 separate investigations into Muhammad Atta out of Sarasota, Florida. Isn't that right, Whitney Webb, where your dad comes from? 5 separate investigations. 5. And they came out, and do you remember on the news, and they said, please, we apologize, we failed you. We had 5 separate investigations. And who stopped the investigations? One guy, the head of the Muslim Fundamentalist Unit, Dave Frasca, Frasca. We've got to talk Boleyn. We've got to talk ICTS Corporation, founded by the Shin Bet in the Netherlands, who run every single airport in the world, every last airport. And they're right next door to the people who make ASML, which make those machines which fuel Taiwan Semiconductor. I haven't heard anything about getting those machines back from the Netherlands. It's all US patent technology. DARPA, Department of Energy. It's all US patent technology. Why is it being built in the Netherlands and not in the United States? And why aren't we hearing about that? Why are we only hearing about Taiwan Semiconductor and their machines? Well, their machines are ASML machines. So why are the machines that make the machines being built in fucking Netherlands? Home of the Portuguese, Spanish students, home of the fucking slave traders, home of the Israeli ecstasy and meth trade, right there. Why is that so? And when will someone talk about it? Maybe Whitney will do an expose. How long, America? If you no 9/11 justice, no peace. No peace. This year you're going to get in the neck, the whole country. Trump's going down. I can't fucking wait. Cannot wait. Trump's going down. His Zio rat fleet scum that's around him. The meme coins. You know what ended it for me? I was trying to tolerate it all. It was driving me insane. The meme coins. The Melania and Donald Trump meme coins. There are only one type of person that has a meme coin. Drug dealers. Drug dealers and money launderers. It's the only reason meme coins exist. It is a simple way of transferring wealth from one side of the country to the other. And they put that up and no one said, Mr. President, you are the new President of the United States. I think it might be beneath you to release a meme coin. That would be very unethical and it would look very bad because only drug dealers basically buy meme coins. And they went, no, let's do it. Hundreds of millions of dollars flooded into his accounts. Hundreds of millions of dollars of drug money, straight out of the Israeli-Russian drug money mafia, straight into his accounts to make sure he wouldn't tell the truth. Are you happy about that? Because that's pretty much what ended it for me with Trump. I can't keep doing this. It's driving me insane. There's just no class. They are just pig trough, lowest rat flea dwellers I've ever seen in my life. All of them. Fucking all of them. Apart from Matt Gaetz, Bannon, Posobiec. That's about it. No, Navarro. That's about it. But I'm certainly not going to tell you about 9/11, but that's all I'll take. Has to change. These rat fuckers have got to be removed completely. The parasite must be exterminated from the body politic. They have killed millions and millions of millions and millions and millions of people this year, this century, just this century, let alone the last century. And we're still sitting here. Go Trump, get the little brown people. Yeah. Not happening. They're not going to mass deport anyone. 100,000 at the most, and they'll be the worst of the worst. They parade for the cameras to keep you distracted from talking about what? Bankers. 2008. We don't hear a fucking peep, do we? Not a fucking peep. Are you happy with that? Are you happy with that? What will it take before you realize this cast of characters around Trump is a total Ari and Rahm Emanuel production? Israeli Edward Bernays City of London production. Have you noticed now the tariffs? So now we've gone down. Oh my God, the tariffs are all going to die. Now they bring you up. No, the tariffs, Trump's a genius. The stock market's going to boom. This is the game. Up, down. Emotional demoralization, hypernormalization. Adam Curtis, this is the game. Have you had enough yet? Clearly not. No 9/11 justice, no peace. No 9/11 justice, no peace. I can't do this anymore. I cannot lie anymore. He has to go. All of that filth around him has to go. Like the Deezer family. Do you know how close he is with the Deezer family? Deezer, Gil Deezer, D-E-I-S-E-R. Over there at Sunny Isles in drug. I mean, Florida is just one gigantic drug money laundering operation. That's all it's there for, basically. Literally, full of Israeli Russian Jews. I mean, full from top to bottom. Filled with the filthiest drug dealers known to man. Sidney Powell, $130 million to stop the steal. Do you remember? We've all forgotten. She stole $130 million. Where the fuck is it? The memories of goldfish. And we just forget it and move on. I can't do it. I don't care how good things are going. This was all organized. The whole thing was organized. Xi Jinping has killed off all his generals. They've all been killed. They're not in jail. They've been murdered. He's killed off all his military opponents. It's just him with the help of US elites, or with the help of Israel, with the help of this Zionist operation, still going hardcore. Jewish power, totally in charge, totally in charge. They're just trying to clean up a mess and they're panicking that the Goy are just going to go, you know what, I don't give a fuck. You're just fixing what you destroyed to make yourself the fucking hero, so I have to sit there and put up with you again, my kids, in 100 years. Not happening. You're going to be dealt with once and for fucking all. And the data annex will clearly show. The Israeli press has been screaming. They want all these fuckers out of Israel. They want all these fuckers out of the United States, and they've got to be sent home. Where's home? City of London, Canary Wharf, and Ukraine. Let the Ukrainians deal with them. It's not your business, America. All right? They were sent there 5 generations ago. It has to stop, or it's just going to start again. All right, we've got the data analytics. We know who's for real. We know who's just mistaken. We know who's a fool. And now we also know who are sitting there going, let's kill the fucking Goy. Let's sucker him some more. Let's make ripping off the Goy a national fucking sport, as Seva Plokka wrote in 2008 in Ynet News. They can't help themselves. They are psychopaths. They must be either imprisoned or sent away into exile. Just as we've all been sent away into fucking exile, in case we hurt some Jewish fucking feelings. How many more millions have to die? How many more Americans have to die before you've had enough of Donald Trump? And because you said, Brendan, we have to go with Trump because the alternative is too bad. Yes, that's right. You're in the fake two-party dialectic. Can you admit it? Let's go to this. Let's go to this. I want to go to Ari EMANUEL. This is Trump. All right, this is Trump's literal agent for 20 years, all right? I want you to be my agent. What to know about Trump's ties with Hollywood power player Ari EMANUEL. All right. Last month, President-elect Donald Trump, this is from December 3rd, 2024. Last month, President-elect Donald Trump entered a sold-out Madison Square Garden to attend the mixed martial arts extravaganza UFC 309. Kid Rock's American Badass played, and the crowd erupted in cheers, chanting, USA, USA, Israel, Israel. That's what they were chanting. The incoming 47th president was flanked by UFC President Dana White and a cortege of Trump world insiders tapped for the new administration, including Elon Musk, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Tulsi Gabbard. Yep, all agents of Ari EMANUEL. Also present was Hollywood mogul Ari EMANUEL, head of the Endeavor Group and chief executive of UFC's parent company, TKO. He also owns the World Wrestling Federation. Hello, Trump. Inside the arena, Trump approached the octagon side promoters table where White and UFC commentator Joe Rogan sit. It's all Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, they're all Ari EMANUEL. Sit, and where he was seen briefly chatting with EMANUEL. Their meeting at the UFC bout was the second time the pair had spoken since Trump's 2024 presidential run, said a person close to EMANUEL who was not authorized to comment. EMANUEL, Trump's former agent, called him last summer after he was shot at a campaign rally to ask how he was doing, and Trump appreciated the call, the source said. As Hollywood begins to grapple with how to navigate Trump World 2, few are better positioned to navigate the new administration than EMANUEL. The brash power player has staunch Democratic bona fides. I'm sorry? He's running the Democrats with his brother, Rahm Emanuel, who's Obama's chief of staff? What's going on here? He has hosted fundraisers for the party and donated to a number of its candidates over the years. During his presidential cycle, he gave nearly $1 million to Kamala Harris' PAC and campaign, and his brother Rahm was President Obama's first chief of staff, later the mayor of Chicago and Biden's ambassador to Japan. Right? Mayor of Chicago, home of the Frankfurt School, University of Chicago communists. Nonetheless, Ari EMANUEL has cultivated multifaceted ties to Trump and many of his associates over the years, among them Elon Musk, UFC's Wyatt, and WWE's Vince McMahon. One of William Morris's Endeavor literary agents represented Vice President-elect J.D. Vance when he was sold his 2016 best-selling memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. Vance at an employee book club, okay? And who was the director of the movie about J.D. Vance? I wish so. A Hollywood director would do a movie about me. None other than Ron Howard. Happy days, baby. Ron Howard, a world-class, right up there with Spielberg director. Wow, that's some connections you've got there, J.D. Vance. EMANUEL, who has publicly castigated Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and criticized President Biden and his aides for not dropping out of the presidential race earlier, says that he will not be shy about voicing. Remember, criticizing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and we'll talk about the alleged falling out in a minute, it's all bullshit, says that he will not be shy about voicing his concerns to Trump, telling the Times, if I really disagree with something that I think he would do, I will definitely pick the phone up. Back in 2010, EMANUEL became Trump's agent just months after the Hollywood power. Remember, 2008, 2010, that's when they started. Power broker engineered a stunning takeover. That's where they started getting rid of all the real organic internet warriors who were exposing all this shit. They're all fucking gone. There's none of them left. Now they got Whitney Webb. A shining, stunning takeover of the famed William Morris agency. The New Yorker real estate developer turned reality TV star was hosting Celebrity Apprentice, and he called EMANUEL as he played golf during his company's annual offsite in Palm Springs. Ari, this is Donald Trump. Did you make that Conan deal? I want you to be my agent, Trump told him, according to someone close to EMANUEL. The embassy now was flagging in the ratings, despite Trump's insisting otherwise, and he wanted what he always craved, a better deal. Endeavor had extracted some major concessions from NBC after the network axed Conan O'Brien as host of The Tonight Show, including a $32.5 million payout. The deal caught Trump's attention, and he wanted the man he'd taken to calling the King of Hollywood represented him. 5 years later, Trump announced his first run for president after he called Mexicans rapists and brought drugs and crime into the country. They're fucking all the heads of that are in America, you cunt. NBC cut ties with him. Trump bought out NBC's interest in the Miss Universe organization. And now, ironically, Eric Prince, and there's all these retired Special Forces warriors covered in tats on their hormone replacements therapy, taking steroids, big bushy beards, and they're all fucking in on it. They're all fucking drug dealers. That's the links. Sold Miss Universe, blah, 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 blah. They even vetted him for a role in the administration. Trump, who has called EMANUEL a very good friend of mine, said the start of his first administration, even though he's not political, he's political. He gets it. And there we have Elon Musk. And you're going to sit there and give me this bullshit, this fucking bullshit about this guy. I put it in the video and I waited for something to catch on and nothing's caught on. Enough. Trump has to go. If he has to be shot in the fucking head, so be it. Get fucking rid of that clown. Then you can deal with J.D. Vance and the rest of the Skull and Bones boys. Get rid of this vermin filth out of the White House. Get rid of this vermin filth out of the fucking country. Chabad Lubavitch, I think you've lost the capacity to understand anger. You've lost the, you're so demoralized and you are so dead inside from the drag queen story time and all the bullshit, all the talk, all the tariffs, the collapse is coming. You're so dead inside that when you're presented with the obvious about what Trump is and the fake two-party system, all right, and the same people are still running it. The Crown Corporate are still fucking running it right now. This is the new face of the Crown Corporate. They're still running the fucking show. Until you face the fact of Ari and Rahm EMANUEL, you are living in denial. And I promise you this year, it's going to be an act of God that you are going to suffer, America, if you don't stop and get rid of Trump. You've got to get rid of him once and for all, and all of the fucking sycophant, lowlife scum who surround him. All of them. Every last one of them. Well, what replaces them? I don't know, but not that. See, this is where you're stuck. You're outcomes based, but I have to support Trump because the alternative is too bad. But it's the same people that have presented you Trump are the same people that presented you the non-alternative. So the best way for you to go is to say nihilistically, no, not this, nieti, 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 not this, not this, not this. No, I'm not accepting it. What's going to happen? Don't know. Full collapse. Don't know. Just stop accepting it now. Stop playing politics now. It's over now. Stop it. Stop playing politics. Pluto was in Aquarius. It's coming on strong. It's a full moon today in Scorpio. It's got to stop now. It's going to. Just forget that I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm telling you what the universe and what spirit and what God is going to do. That's what I'm telling you. You watch. That fucker's going down. He is going down. And I, for one, am extremely happy. Because then you're going to have to deal with fucking reality. Look, Kamala Harris, Hollywood A-lister fundraiser set for Wednesday will never be with end of her campaign. What's that? Will never be. For Wednesday, will never be with her. And I don't even know what that fucking means. Samantha Carla Harris had a big bi-coastal fallout that includes some of the most powerful people in Hollywood, including Donald Trump's former agent. Endeavor CEO Ari EMANUEL was among the co-hosts for an A-lister fundraiser for California's junior senator that was set to place Wednesday night at the Beverly Hills. That was 2019 when she was running with Biden. Ari EMANUEL says Kamala Harris looked like a commander-in-chief during the presidential debate. That's September the 11th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, man. You're going to have to tell me. You're going to have to tell me. When have you had enough? You're just going to ignore this anomaly and hope it goes away and hope that you never saw this? Seriously? All right, let's go to Trump cuts off ties. Let's watch a little bit of this. Let's see if it's working first off. All right, let's stop this horse shit. All right, let me tell you what's going on. It's very, very simple. What's going on? What happened was this. The pressure now to basically annex not just Gaza Strip, but all of Israel, that's what's happening. All right? But I keep telling you, no 9/11 justice, no peace. Not going to work out. The annexation of the west coast of Canada and the annexation of 100 miles of the border, they're going to invade with Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and Abrams tanks all the way down to Monterey, and they're going to have a free trade zone. They'll probably completely take over the Baja Peninsula and integrate that directly into the United States, and they're going to put bases there. That's what's coming. So, with this in mind, as all these things start to unfold, the levels of harassment have been out of control on me since I started talking about this, to the point of ridiculous, and I've caught them out blazingly, like, why are you even doing this? You're making it so I can take Patreon to court. Anyway, whatever they're doing, because they're how about because they're morons, and it's just one person, they're morons. But you need to understand what's going on. City of London and the Crown Corporate is bigger than Benjamin Netanyahu. The City of London and the Crown Corporate can easily dress itself up. If you mean to say that it is enough that Steve Bannon sits there and goes on and on and on about the City of London, East India Company and all the rest, and never mentions 9/11 ever, that is not acceptable. You're going to go, Brendan, I think you're an extremist. I think you're a good guy, but you also have to understand politics. They can't do it yet. That is bullshit. And if you keep saying that, it will never be spoken about. Everybody knows Israel did 9/11. Everybody, including Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and Donald fucking Trump. All of them. And they all sit there and try to pretend and their zippers are not undone and just hope that you don't fucking mention it. And they have surrounded via Ari and EMANUEL a gigantic Hollywood agent of these fuckers, pro-Trump fuckers, all these military special forces, the gun channels, they're all in on it. All of them. Every single one of both the Biden and Trump administration are in on the full annexation of Israel by the United States. The United States is still the crown corporate. It has not broken free. It's not broken free. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. It's fake. It's fake. It's totally fake. I can't ignore it anymore. I've been trying to play a game, can't do it. I said to Mary, if you want me to try and be nice about Trump so you can keep penetrating the fucking Republicans, I can't fucking do it. Fuck them. And she said to you, yeah, fuck them. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the fucking Republican Party and their bullshit. If you're going to sit there and worship Jews and worry about hurting their fucking feelings while millions fucking die, I mean, are we really going to have a debate about this? Seriously? Look, I'm not going to be online much longer. I give myself a few months and they're going to finally delete me and finally make a decision on me, what they're going to do with me. If they're smart, they'll kill me in Mexico, but we'll know who it is. But I'm heading to fucking Finland and Poland and I want to get down into Ukraine and I'm going to fucking tell I know a lot of Slavs, bro. I get on really well with the Slavs. They're crazier than the Irish and I'm going to fucking get over there and I'm going to fucking cut loose. Cut loose. I'm going to make up flyers. I'm going to, you know why your Slavic brothers are dead? Because that fucker Zelensky and the great General Zaluzny, who they got rid of quickly because he said, I refuse to see my best young men to die in your bullshit NATO operation, where they were clearly trying to kill as many Ukrainians and as many Russians, as many Slavs as possible. All they do is kill Slavs. The last 100+ years, kill Slavs. That's all they fucking do. And you were right. It is a #1 priority to empty Ukraine of its alpha males, put in a placid population and dump all the Hasidim there. That's exactly what they're doing. I thought it was a back end. I said, I agree, but it's a back end. It's not the main thing. No, it's the fucking main thing. You have killed so many fucking Slavs with your games and your Lockheed, Raytheon, Israeli aerospace industries, British aerospace industries, all your fucking Lockheed battle management system. You kill and you kill and you kill. You are filth. You are demons. Fuckers. You are you mass murdering fuckers. It's never enough. Kill the fucking Arabs, kill the sand niggers, kill the Arabs, kill the Hajis, kill the fucking Slavs. You just can't wait to kill, can you? That's all you fucking do, you demons. And we sit here and we fucking take it and we suck dick and we sit here and we pat that fucking orange filthy clown who anally raped that girl with Jeffrey Epstein. It's fucking true. I know the whole back end of that story, pun intended. He's fucked his own fucking daughter. He is a freak. Hours of him and his weird relationship with fucking Ivanka. Weird. Oh, just overlook it. He's the fucking Messiah. It's the same with Hitler. They set up Trump just like they set up Hitler. The same. You know, Carl Jung was interviewed and he said, was Adolf Hitler like a father figure? And Jung goes, no, he's not a father figure. That's absurd. No, he's the savior. He's a religious savior.
How would you look at Hitler in this light? Would you see him as a personification, a symbol of the father?
Oh, well, no. Not at all. No, you see, I couldn't possibly explain that very complicated fact Hitler represents. It is too complicated, you know. He's a hero figure.
Yeah.
And the hero figure is far more important than any fathers that have ever existed.
Much broader than
the
immediate father.
He was a hero.
Yeah.
In the German myth.
Yeah.
And, mind you, a religious hero. He was a savior.
Yes.
He was meant to be a savior. That is why they put his photo upon the altars. Or somebody declared this too, so that he is happy that his eyes have beheld Hitler.
That was the point of how they invented him at Tavistock, how they invented him when he went over there to England for a year, how they invented him when Rudolf Hess flies and bails out over fucking Scotland and everyone thinks, oh, he's just a madman, he's just a madman. No, he was the top aide to fucking Adolf Hitler who said, what's wrong? We were doing everything you said. What's changed? And we sit and listen to this bullshit. British Israelism, the crown corporate, all fucking Trump's fucking hand signs he does every 5 fucking minutes. It's in your fucking face. Fuck him. There's been no fucking coup. It's like Putin in 2007 and the oligarchs. Gets rid of one set of Jewish oligarchs, just gets in another set of Jewish oligarchs. And they're all got their bank accounts in London. Fancy that. And it's a joke. It's just a running joke.
Vladimir Putin strode into town. Почему раньше здесь не было людей, которые способны были принимать решения? Почему здесь-то забегали все как тараканы перед самым моим приездом?
Unlike Medvedev, Putin confronted the factory owners.
Считаю, что вы сделали заложниками своих амбиций, непрофессионализма, а может быть просто и тривиальной жадности. Тысячи людей. Это абсолютно недопустимо. Если собственники договориться между собой не смогут, то единый комплекс все равно будет восстановлен. В том или в другом виде, то это будет сделано без вас. Пожалуйста.
He demanded the owners, including billionaire Oleg Deripaska, sign an undertaking to restart the factories.
Вы подписали этот договор? Да. Олег Владимирович подписал? Что я не вижу вашей подписи? Идите, пишите. Идите ко мне. Да, договор. Только вторучку мне видите?
Classic Putin.
Oh, Putin's terrible. Why are all these bank accounts in your London banks? I mean, it's public knowledge. And we just sit here and pretend. 9/11, public knowledge. We just sit here and fucking pretend. Fuck you, America. If you cannot be the lighthouse on the hill, if you cannot live in spirit and truth, you will fucking die. And I say good. All demonic shit. You invoke the name of Christ constantly. You found Jesus. Sean Ryan's found Jesus. Who else? Russell Brand's found Jesus doing his Illuminati hand signals and his fucking Masonic ask for help, and he's got 33 tattooed on his fucking arm. He's found fucking Jesus, that little coke rat rapist. They've all found Jesus. Nothing more disgusting, nothing more blasphemous from the mouths of these fucking demons. Dodger Stone, I've found Jesus. I mean, it's absurd. Alex Jones is fucking trainees nonstop. He's a sick, demented demon. His lawyer was Bronfman lawyers when they registered their LLC free speech systems. They killed Bill Cooper. They killed him and replaced him with fucking that piece of shit. They're dealing drugs out of their vast fucking warehouses and all their supplements. It's all Steve Pachenik, Goldman Sachs, Dr. Group. That whole fucking thing is, among other things, a legitimate and high quality supplement, and they're shipping tons of drugs around at the same time via their warehouses. All linked in with the evangelical movement of 40,000 seat stadiums and their fucking tax-free status as churches, and they're all getting millions and tens and hundreds of $millions in cash deposited, and they don't have to explain it. That's the fucking system that Donald Trump is head of, and the other fucking side is just as filthy. Where do you go? No fucking idea. I just know the spirit of truth. That's all I know. That's all I know. I just know God. I know Jesus. I know to whip the demons from the fucking temple. I know the truth. That's it. I don't know anything else. I don't know what the outcome is. I don't know what the future holds. I just know enough of this demonic fucking lying filth. Israel did 9/11. City of London did 9/11. Rothschild, City of London. The funding of Cecil Rhodes and the Round Table groups. The deal between the Crown Corporate and the Kabbalist, the Hofjuden of Europe. They did a deal. Let's take over the fucking world. And then they all intermarried, and now they're all working together under that British Israelism system. That they shall rule the fucking world. And they've replaced one set of fuckers with another set of fuckers. And in fact, a lot of them they haven't even fucking replaced. What the fuck is Howard fucking Lutnick and Stephen Miller doing in the administration? Amongst the other half-wits they put in there. Marjorie fucking Taylor Greene, that half-wit. Boebert, that half-wit. She knows everything. I know someone who knows Lauren Boebert. And she knows everything. She even knows who I am. Lauren Boebert knows who I am. She knows Israel did 9/11. What's she doing about it? You trusting the fucking plan? All these people know they say a fucking word. 19 Arab hijackers. 19 Arab hijackers. Who brought them in? Who brought them all into the country? Who first destroys their countries, kills and slays, kills their children, and then allows them all into the country and says, oh my God, look, we've got little brown people from the south. We've got little brown people from the Middle East. Oh my God, look at all this danger. We need a fucking big police state. It's not our fault. It's those evil Arabs. It's the Muslim Brotherhood. Isn't that right, Julianne Romanello and your friends? It's the Muslim Brotherhood. Are you fucking kidding me? How do they get away with this shit? Because people won't tell the truth. The spirit of truth is here. Pluto's in Aquarius in America. If you don't start telling the truth, bad things are going to happen. Bad things. It's not going to be little brown people over there. It's going to be all you white people. all the white people are going to start dying. Then we'll see how you feel. If you keep this fucking lie up and that, oh, they don't know, they fucking know. Every one of them knows. They're whores. Get their Q-tard, trust the plan bullshit. Oh, embassy, listen, these things are handled quietly. Don't worry about that crazy Australian guy over there. He's fucking half mentally ill. You've seen, look, good guy, but he's mentally unstable. We can't do anything with him. We've tried to explain these things are handled quietly. We've tried to explain it takes a political action. These things must be delicately handled. They bullshitted you that fucking story, and look who's still in the fucking administration. Look who's in the administration. Do you seriously think you need Scott Bessent to calm the markets? I got a better idea. How about $1 trillion motherfucking military and you just start killing them? How about that? Watch them get in line. Oh, you want to transfer US dollars? You sure about that? Boom, straight in the fucking head. Next. You want to sell your US dollars? You sure about that? Boom, next. Put a fucking live stream it. God, thank God for Luigi. Takes an Italian. God bless him. Seriously. You seriously think America is this weak little child? America is a foot-stomping killer. Nothing can stand against it, but they keep playing these fucking games. Xi works for them, Putin works for them. They've both been killing off all their best nationalist generals, their best nationalists, their best people, and killing them off so they've got no opposition, and now they will do the bidding of America. I told you that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're going to re-engage with China. So if you've got Tesla shares, don't sell them. They're going to go sky high. Because that was the deal with fucking Elon Musk, that piece of shit, that embarrassment to humanity. That's the deal. He didn't just pay $250 million, okay, so he could lead Doge, which is a fraud. Steve Bannon said it's a fucking fraud. They found $160 billion. Where's the $2 trillion? Okay, where's the $1 trillion? Okay, where's the $600 billion? So you got $160 billion. Okay, can you please put it in escrow? Let's see the cash. Still no cash. It's still not happening. And even Margaret's complaining. And when he went to the Pentagon, what did he do? Turn right around and walk straight out. What more do you need to know the bullshit of this Doge and Elon Musk? How do you pay that much money and still stay there? The $250 million should barely keep him out of jail for a presidential pardon. That's it. He doesn't have to be front and center. Why is he front and center? Because he's promised Trump and all these whores, all these rat fucking whores, they'll re-engage with China, with Scott Bessent and all their friends, all their fucking hordes who killed 3,000 Americans and killed millions of people in the last 20 years. The deal is that when he re-engages with China and when Tesla becomes a huge company again and DARPA and the United States Energy Commission and the Pentagon hand over high technology to Tesla and they mass produce it in fucking China and all the drone shit which is going to end up on American fucking streets and fuck us all, that system, right? He's promised Trump billions. That whore motherfucking orange raping clown Trump has been promised billions along with his friends. That's why he's front and fucking center. And we're all going along with it. God help you, America. God help you. Don't worry about us. I'm out here fucking alone with an internet connection. You are an abomination. You invoke the name of Christ. You invoke your Christian identity, and you are demons. You are fucking demons, and you hang around demons. You're in bed with fucking demons, and you keep telling us over and over that everything's going to be fine. Of course it is, because now the orphanage is about to get audited by the people, and now the priests are running around giving candy and more candy and Xboxes to the children. Don't say anything. Don't tell Timmy. Don't tell him I made you suck my dick. Please stop. And everything's going to be fine now. So just be quiet. Accept the status quo, Brendan. Accept the status quo. You're going to accept the status fucking quo? I told you they'd bring out the candy. Wait for all the new technology to roam out. It's the same crown corporate people. And did you know where so much of the technology is kept? I know for a fact. Ralph Serrich, the orbital engine. Over 70 to 80 miles per gallon. It was all over our news for years. Two-stroke motors, motorbikes, outboard motors, cars, massive horsepower. It used to be a Wankel rotary system where they evaporated the fuel, which cooled the air, and then they had a special injection system, and it was super fuel efficient. This was real. This was not. It was on the mainstream news for years. And then Robert Parron was his name. I knew his chief engineer and went to school with him. And Robert would come into the nightclub, Club Arcadia in the day, fights every night, 10 fights a night. I mean, my shirt's ripped every fucking night, covered in blood. And Robert Parron sits there, one of his engineers said, "You're never going to see it. They've taken all the patents and they're in London." I said, "But I thought Ford," he said, "Ford's got them, it's in London." I said, "Why is Ford in London?" He said, "Because that's where it's actually based, in London." Way back then, that's over when I was 24 years old, 30 years ago. That's the fucking crown corporate. It's all there in London. All the patents are there in London. America, you're gonna get it in the neck. I promise you this year, you're gonna get it in the neck. Trump's going down. I say this knowing what they're gonna do to my accounts. I don't care anymore. I'm already prepared myself. I'm already ready. So that's the report. It's all bullshit. Trump disappointed with Netanyahu. This is what the deal they did. They hate each other. But let's get it right. Let me tell you the deal. The deal was this. The deal was this. What they did was they all knew October the 7th was happening. Now, just before that, I was going to Israel. I'd even contacted the ADL and said, you know who I am. I will remove all videos. I've had enough. The Goy are born fucking slaves. Let them die. And ADL got back with me within an hour to an email and said, hi, dear Brandon, we cannot become involved in any sort of international good luck or something like that. And I began hoarding my cash, and if Adam Green went to Israel, I'm going too, and I'm going to apply for asylum in Israel. It's a great start, and I believed I'd be accepted. Well, lo and behold, I started to back off after a week, started to think about it, and then, and I was also researching how to get there, avoiding certain places. And then lo and behold, October 7th happened, and I went, shit, lucky I fucking didn't go there. No one give a fuck about me. They knocked me off. It's so bad what happened over there. It's over. October 7th, they were all in on it. Biden was in on it. Trump was in. Everybody knew. They went to him and said, you clean up your Islamic terror shit. We're taking over the region now fully. We're putting bases in Gaza. Not only that, we're annexing all of Israel. We're going to make it a US protectorate. Are you happy about that? This is just the crown corporate getting rid of one guy. He's the fall guy. What did I tell you about Netanyahu? He's going to be Heinz Kissinger, and they have the good Jew, bad Jew. So Mearsheimer, the good Jew, will chase around Netanyahu, the bad Jew, in the Ari EMANUEL theatrical production, and they will shake a fist, war crimes, war crimes. Oh, we're going to arrest Netanyahu in this country. And Netanyahu, oh my God, I can't go there. And the drama, the excitement. And then Mearsheimer was there. And fucking Christopher Hitchens made a career out of this bullshit, chasing after Kissinger. That's the exact same thing that's going to happen. Totally identical. Identical. And you're going to believe that bullshit? You? Do you think it matters when you are in full knowledge of the circumstances and you are invoking Jesus' name? Do you think God is going to be happy with you if you remain silent? And anyone who invokes his name, Christ's name, and uses that as a badge of protection, the end for you will be very bad. Very, very bad. You don't invoke the name of Christ. You don't invoke Christian credentials for stuff like this. Christ wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. The spirit of truth is amongst us. Pluto is in Aquarius. You better line up with the spirit of truth. Now, it's your final fucking warning. Line up with the spirit of truth. I wish no ill will against anyone, Jews included, except the guilty. And they've got the data analytics. They know exactly who they fucking are, and they better start fucking arresting them. And we'll start with the men in suits. I've had enough of little brown people being on the fucking receiving end of US power. I want to see the fucking men in suits, the mass murderers in suits, lined up against the fucking wall. Not this bullshit perp work they're doing with, the fucking Venezuelan gangs. Stop your bullshit. You fall for this shit every fucking time. I was going to do one with Epstein. I don't even fucking care. Biggest distraction ever, Epstein. It's just the limited hangout. Let's go to the limited hangout, because that's what we have. A limited hangout is the deliberate revelation on fucking Epstein. Epstein's alive. He's not dead. They got him back 100%. A limited hangout is that he went to Switzerland. I've heard it and I believe it. He went to Switzerland, had all his surgery, and he's alive and well. A limited hangout is the deliberate revelation of some information, e.g. about whatever, to try to confuse and or prevent discovery of other information. I don't know, the complete penetration of the US critical infrastructure. Microsoft, Intel, why are ASML machines made in the Netherlands and not in the United States? There's a good question we could ask, but we can't. Trainees, little brown people invading, help. A modified limited hangout goes further by slightly changing the information disclosed. The term comes from the intelligence community and was known to top-level politicians as a way to leak sensitive information. The term became known to the public, blah, 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 blah. All right? You must understand this. You get it, right? Whitney Webb is the ultimate limited hangout. You don't stop by saying, Unit 8200 might have people in Facebook. They might be doing election guards. And forget to mention that Microsoft is core-coded in fucking Israel, which is full of Russian GRU assets, and so is Intel Research and Design, fully engaged. So is Qualcomm. So is the whole 5G network. She won't say a fucking word. And she praised Putin forever. She praised fucking China with the last American vagabond. Christian, what's this? She praised them. Then in 2023, goes, well, maybe Putin's not a good guy after all with Elon Musk. He might be a globalist. Oh, fucking really? And you fell for that shit? A limited hangout or partial hangout is a tactic used in media relations, perception management, politics, and information management. The tactic originated as a technique in the espionage trade. According to Victor Marchetti, a former special assistant to the Deputy Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, a limited hangout is spy jargon for a favorite and frequently used gimmick of the clandestine professionals when their veil of secrecy is shredded, thank you Christopher Berlin, and they can no longer rely on a phony cover story to misinform the public. They resort to admitting, sometimes even volunteering, some of the truth while still managing to withhold the key and damaging facts in the case. The public, however, is usually so intrigued by the new information, oh, Virginia Giuffre, Epstein, that it never thinks to pursue the matter further. When used by the CIA and other intelligence organizations, the tactic became popularized in the corporate and political spheres. And Ari EMANUEL, the king of perception management, Ari EMANUEL, Donald Trump's fucking agent of fucking, he's the agent, oh my God, I don't want to, do I have to say it? We have to stop now. It's gone far enough. You have to stop. The meme coins ended it for me, and I've been downhill ever since. I just thought that it's like saying we accept money from Russian drug dealers. That's what that was. Donald Trump's been working with the FBI and US intelligence to get Russian gangsters to come over to America, buy in drug money cash his apartments, and those apartments are full of listening devices and video cameras for all these Russian gangsters. That's what Donald Trump's been doing for 40 years. Oh, Donald Trump's a saint. He never touches alcohol. I never said he touched alcohol. I said he took cocaine. Remember he's standing there with Jeffrey Epstein looking at everything. He's like this. Oh, yeah, he's not on drugs. Remember I went to the thing and he goes like this at one of the debates? Do you know how he seems so fresh? I mean, he's nearly 80. You know he's so fresh? Because he's on Adderall. Adderall is amphetamines. It's prescribed by your doctor. Do you understand? Do you have to explain this to you? That fucking clown is a menace. The power he represents. I don't know how you get them out, because when Diane said they were in everything, I mean they're in fucking everything. They are really in everything. Look at Pioneer demanding my new ID. They didn't have my new passport. I was going to travel. They suspended my account, said, show us your new ID. Pioneer did it. Guess where that'll be? Because they run all the security for every airport in the world. They wanted to monitor my travels. And I'm going to spend my fucking days telling all the Slavs exactly what you've been doing. Exactly. Kissinger, how they killed off the real Russian nationalist, General Abed. I love the Russians. No one has suffered more than the Russians. I knew all the Russian Orthodox Church. I was going to be a monastic in the Russian Orthodox Church. I fucking despise the Catholic Church. They are a fucking piece of filth. They have never... Oh, how can I say that? The fucking Russian Orthodox Church is the same. That's the joke. They're all the fucking same. Where do you go? They've infiltrated everywhere. The demon filth have infiltrated into everything. And they are simply resetting the standard now in the hopes that you will forget about everything. I'm still 54. Maybe I could still possibly start a family. I guess maybe. Maybe. But I can't stand it any longer. I feel personally responsible for everyone that's dead. And no one's done more than me. A white boy from the West teaming up with Sufyan and Louis and Muslim friends and doing our fucking damnness to fucking stop the madness. All off my own fucking back with a few good Muslims along the way, helping along the way from different government departments who are like shaking my hand in fucking Iran saying, good luck. Shaking my hand in the border control office in Malaysia saying, good luck. All good people. They've had enough. Their leaders are all sold out. It's all crowd control. It's all perception, man. That bullshit in Pakistan and fucking India. It was just a fucking fraud. It's a joke. There might be nuclear war. I just said, oh, don't even talk to me about this shit. How many times have I told you it's all bullshit? It's all bullshit. Now Trump has brought peace. He's going for his Nobel Peace Prize. I said that years ago, he'll get a Nobel Peace Prize. You watch. That's what they're gunning for. Remember, it's a Hollywood, Ari EMANUEL, Rahm Emanuel theatrical, Edward Bernays, Tavistock Institute production. British Israelism. Crown Corporate's still there. Still there. They've done 1,000,001 deals. And you got to take the crowd to the heights. Yeah. And then they plunge down to the, oh no. Then you take them up to the heights. Yeah. Then you take them down to the, and this is the game. Deals were done 2 years ago with Putin and Xi, the new deals, the new world order, the new rule sets. Okay, they're going to be shaking fists because they've got to stop Japan teaming up with China or Japan teaming up with Australia. They've got to get China now. I believe they might even invade Taiwan, but something's going to happen on Taiwan. They want all the Taiwanese engineers from Taiwan Semiconductor over in the US, and they're going to just let China run rampant down and scare the bejesus out of Australia. Not that China has any capacity to do anything to Australia. You know, there's some funny skits where I love Rob, what's his name? Working Dog Productions. What's that thing called? It's so funny. It's like The Office. And they're doing a white paper for the defense industries, and he's part of a government department. And all the military is sitting around. He goes, okay, could you just tell me in this white paper, you know, I've got all this jargon, who are we actually fighting? And they, oh, I don't know, Indo-Pacific. And they said, no, but who? Precisely. And it goes on for 5 minutes and finally says, look, could you just, if I whisper the name, can you just nod? And so he goes, China. And they all go, no one could say it. And why are we protecting ourselves from China with our new $400 billion expenditure on our military? And they go, oh, they use all this big jargon. So, okay, he says, stop. I'll whisper it and you just nod. And he goes, we're defending our trade routes? And they all go, he goes, right. He goes, I think I might put it in. It's so funny. Then he goes, okay, now they're legends in Australia. They are very funny people, been around forever. Rob, what's his name? Working Dog Productions. Then finally he says, okay, who's our main trading partner? And I go, oh. And he goes, okay, I'll just say a name and you nod. And he goes, is our main trading partner China? And they all go. And he goes, so we're spending $400 billion a year to defend our trade routes with China from China?
I'll come straight to the point. This white paper is recommending we spend close to $400 billion over the forward estimates. Now, at some point, the PM is going to be asked a very simple question. In order to protect us from which enemy?
It's so hard to say.
400 billion, pick one.
A regional player.
Specifically, Colonel?
An Indo-Pacific regional player.
More specifically?
Indo-Asia Pacific.
That's broader. Who are you leaving out?
Europe?
Yeah, I sort of need a country.
Or an unaligned player.
No, a country.
One that might threaten us. Just one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to raise tensions.
Where?
In this room.
You know what? I'll name one and you just nod. China. Yeah, okay. And what exactly are we protecting?
Strategic interests.
Specifically, Colonel?
Indo-Pacific strategic
Again,
interests.
Brigadier, really specifically.
Indo-Asia Pacific strategic
You know what?
interests.
I'll say it and then you nod. Our trade routes. Yeah. And who is our number one trading partner?
Shall we use the nod system?
Sure. China? Yeah. So under this scenario, we're spending close to $30 billion a year to protect our trade with China from China. And that doesn't strike anyone at this table as odd?
And there you go. It's like Britain's fighting the Russian oligarchs. I mean, the people with all their bank accounts in the London banks. Can you not see the facade? Hamas being funded by Netanyahu. They're all over there in five-star hotels in Qatar. The level of farce is in your face, and they keep pissing and shitting in your face. They're big dicks. They're just slapping you in the face, and they're pissing in your face. Dumb guy. Piss. And you're going, could you please, I'm going, can you please stand up and have some dignity? They are pissing in your face. No, he's a good guy. I swear to God, he's a good guy. Pissing you. No, I'm pretty sure he's good. He's pissing in your face. Stand up. Can you stand up? Or this bullshit have to go on? I'm not long for this world. Certainly online, I can feel it, but that's all right. I'm getting ready. You can't accept this anymore. You can't accept the bullshit. Fuck Steve Bannon and Navarro and they're fucking ready. I want to hear Israel did 9/11. I want to hear the inquiry. And I'm telling you right now, the vast majority of Israelis will be happy to see these fuckers, this parasite, taken out of Israel and shoved back into their country. There could have been a moderate fucking form of Zionism. They were gonna have a moderate form of Zionism. It wasn't the plan to become a bunch of ruthless Likud, freaking, what's his name? Kaczynski, whatever his name is, bastard. That wasn't the plan. They were gonna have a secular state at one stage. Even Yitzhak Rabin, who they assassinated, said it was inevitable. And they killed him, who used to be James Angleton's best friend over there, which I find friggin' intriguing. And Ezra Pound. You know who Ezra Pound is? You'll know that's intriguing, James Angleton. None of this had to happen. Not a single fucking thing. Because of you, America, and your bullshit evangelicals who are national security threat and should be put in fucking camps immediately. They're drug trafficking. It's a fucking fraud. They got their people in there everywhere. And all you tough guy bullshit special forces as you sit there jerking your cocks off and you're all on fucking gear. Yeah, and I got my hat on back. I'll show you. Do I have a hat I can put on backwards? And yeah, killing Arabs and yeah, who the toughest badasses? And yeah, I got my guns. I'm gonna review this gun. And you're asking, who did 9/11? What sort of a badass patriot? You wear the flag on your fucking. You pieces of shit, you gutless fucking coward dogs. Not all of them. Put it this way, all of those fuckers are complete fucking pieces of shit. Most of them are fucking closet homosexuals. They are absolute big beefy boys, big bears, and they're all taking it in the ass, I promise you. 100%. 100%. The real ones are not on fucking television. They can't stand these fuckers with their podcast bullshit, talking about their bullshit. I'm like, God, trannies are taking over. Yeah, not on my watch. Yeah, it's all fucking Ari EMANUEL. They're all literally fucking each other in the ass. And I know some fucking stories from special forces about what they all get up to. Kay Griggs was right. It's part of the thing. You jab each other up the ass like the Spartans. They talk about it. That's what they did in Sparta. It's part of the male bonding. Remember Tex Glover? Famous guy, Phantoms of the Jungle. I remember Tex telling me stories, hardcore shit he was doing in Vietnam. Hardcore. He was total pissed, the old Tex. And he was going to Thailand for a sex change. And he told me that, they're all hanging from fucking ropes he had a big, 20 round SLR, L1A1 with the heavy barrel on full auto. And he's just, and the big 7.62s are spinning him on the fucking rope. And Phantoms, Big Brother are dropping napalm and they're all hanging for dear life onto ropes, getting pulled out of the fucking jungle, 6-man team. And the MVA are hunting for them, squaring them off with grid patterns of mortars, and they're running from one position to the next. And then he ends with, we were so stressed, we just got back, we got drunk with Navy SEALs and we fucked each other in the ass. And that's a quote. And I was painting a wall and I was literally like, okay, not quite the ending I was expecting. Tex was a legend. He was a great. They were all PTSD, and it's common. The bisexuality and the homosexuality within special forces is off the fucking charts. So you tell me. They strip them naked at the start. They're always fucking naked, always showing their cocks. As Kay Griggs said, it's highly sexual and it's part of the program. It's part of the program. So I guess we can end it there. I could have done this. I have not been in the mood because I have to really just tell it how I see it. Now, I can't do this anymore. I can't pretend Trump is anything other than a piece of lower rat flea vermin. It could have been anyone there. They just chose Trump. They gave him the arranged decoys. We're fighting divestment, equity, bullshit. We're fighting the cultural Marxists. We're fighting AOC. We're fighting the blue-haired trannies. That's the fake dragons. And they pushed that shit endlessly, and they pushed it into the schools, they pushed it into Hollywood, and now Trump is saving everybody, okay? That's the game. Just like Putin. 2002, they killed General Abed. Why? The Russian military said, enough, let's get this little fucker out of here. And General Abed was killed in a helicopter. He was the real Russian national. So I knew a guy, a British para, I forgot his name, that knew him, met him. They were doing a skydiving team. They were in Russia, and they took some Levi jeans in and sold them there. And they got arrested and the KGB had him at the airport, and General Abed came in and said, oi, fuck off, told the KGB and literally shook their hands and said, I'm really sorry, please, you're going to leave. And he says, it was an absolute fucking legend, Abed. And they fucking killed him off, and they put their little fucking closet faggot homosexual pedophile, Vladimir Putin in, son of Kissinger and Yevgeny Primakov. Oh, no one knew where he came from. They knew where he came from. He was a little golden boy, a little closet homosexual they keep in special. And then by 2007, when the military started agitating, he did that big show in 2007, got all the oligarchs in and said, bad boys, and you sign in, you're very bad. And the same fucking people were straight back in, and the same job's been going on, and now Slavs are being slaughtered. Putin's in on it. Zelensky was fucking in on it. They're killing as many Slavs as they fucking can, both of them. Please, General Zelensky, come back and kill that little fucker, Zelensky. Kill that little fucker. All on that coke rat, closet bisexual, cross-dressing piece of shit and insult. His popularity's down around 28%. Zelensky's up around 60 or 70%. It's for a fucking reason. They want that fucker gone. God willing, all of them need to go. Putin, Zelensky, Trump. I don't know who to fucking replace him with. You just need to say, I don't want closet, sexual, tranny, fucking deviant scum who praise Jesus and deal drugs and are involved in the mass murder of Americans. I don't want them in office. How about you start at that level? And maybe if you really start voicing it, really start believing it, and really start pushing it, maybe something will change. Until then, you will continue to get the fucking brown, fucking orange fucker, daughter fucking pieces of shit that you continue to get. If you want to sit there and lick the diarrhea out of fucking Trump's ass, go fucking right ahead. Fuck your politics. You are fucking demons, every last one of you. At the end of the day, you have a nice fucking day, and we'll see if I can't calm down and produce some content if they leave me the fuck alone.
F. Scott Fitzgerald, quote, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. One should, for example, be able to see that things are hopeless and yet be determined to make them otherwise. This philosophy fitted on to my early adult life when I saw the improbable, the implausible, often the impossible, come true."
What is our common bond truly? Freedom. Freedom. Without freedom, you can't be a Christian no matter what denomination you belong to. You can't be a Buddhist. You can't own a donut shop. You can't drive from here to Oregon. You can't be an American because that's what it's all about, and it's the only thing that it's all about, nothing else. Nothing else. It's about freedom.